Bing. It's Friday, July 18th at 7:59 a.m. So basically 8 o'clock. Feeling the disorientation behind the eyes, kind of dizzy a little bit. I don't know if it has something to do with my spine thing and the nerves that go into my head or whatever, or my head pointing towards the ground more and throwing off my inner ear. I don't know what the fuck it is, but INR's back down to 2.2. I did another check yesterday, so it was 3.9, about 4.0 to like 3.7. On Monday, I managed to slam it down. There you go. 8 o'clock just rolled. As you heard, a little birdie. I have that chirp every hour. So I'm down to 2.2 where I'm supposed to be. But again, Friday, trampoline day. Minimum of 300 active calories burned, 2 miles, 40 minutes. The way I feel, I don't know. The way I felt this whole, not just summer, but this whole year has just been a fuck. This whole year has been like a wash. Everything, I literally have done really nothing different with my diet, exercise, supplementation. I mean, it's just all basically somewhat been the same. And then no real big changes in that aspect. I don't know what the hell is going on with my freaking brain, but, or body or whatever, but I don't know. Whether I do 2 minutes of my trampoline today, or the full 40, 45 like I normally do, 23, 31, whatever. I'm just gonna jump till I, either hit my 45 mark or feel like shit and I can't anymore. So, yeah. So, back's been bugging me a lot more than normal. Balls have been bugging me a lot more than normal. I don't know. I literally have no idea. But I was going to say something before I came in here earlier, but I don't know. Let's just get to this and get it over with, huh? I'm just, yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. So, damn, I was going to say something. Fuck. See what I mean? Yeah, my brain feels like it's more scrambled than normal. Alright, so bounce till I don't feel like I can bounce anymore. It's gonna be a light day, a light bounce day. I'm not, the way I feel, I don't feel like I can do a full 135 to about 145 beats heart rate range, so I'm gonna try to stick around the 120 like I did last week, and yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, I'll leave it in there until I'm done. I was gonna get the coconut water out, but I'll wait till I'm done. Might as well leave it stay cold in the fridge, right? Usually I can figure out what side effect is going on, like this disorientation, but it's eluded me so far. I usually can figure it out, and I probably will at some point, but I'm pretty good at figuring out what's causing what, side effect wise, my side effect from my illness, or something I'm taking or eating or whatever. But and again, weather and pressures and the atmosphere and magnetic fields and all the shit that you have no control over, and outside stuff can also mess with you. And again, you've got no control over that, so you have to manage your symptoms caused by that as best as possible. But you don't know it's that, unless it's a quick sudden change, or it's something, if everything's staying the same, diet, exercise, supplementation wise, you know, could be, again, it could also be another issue going on, or it could be a bazillion reasons for everything that goes on inside you. You got a million processes going on inside you all at once, and it's almost impossible. It's literally impossible, but you can do it fairly well, and you can if you really pay attention to stuff, you can figure shit out. But there's so many things that are out of your control though as well. So it's yeah. It's hard. It's really fucking hard. And my heart rate's well, it's 74 right now, but when I put this on, I always do a check to see if it's pulling off of this, the heart rate, rather than this, and I'll pull this away and keep doing a couple checks to see if the optical's kicking on, the light underneath the watch, and if it reads it without the thing kicking on and it being pulled away from your skin, it's being pulled on this. You got to go in here and connect it though every time. I think it automatically connects, but you don't want to rely on the automatic shit for any of this electronic because it doesn't work really well. So none of this automatic crap works really well. Oof. Oh, I'm getting like a cramp now. Oh man. But when I was doing checks in there on my heart rate, when I first put this on, I was 4 to 6 beats lower than my normal range usually is, which is fine. Sometimes I'm 4 to 6 to 10 beats higher, 10 beats lower, right on. It's because again, there's so many things going on. You don't know what is exactly making your heart rate do even though my routine is like literally does not change. Like, that's the reason why I can tell if a lot of things are messing me up, because my routine is so like, I mean, sometimes I can get it down to my routine just being within a few minutes of each other. The reason why I'm a little later today is because I was on a roll with my game while I was taking a crap this morning. Yeah, you're sitting there and you keep winning and winning, you know, in your stupid little game, and your legs are going numb while you're sitting there on the toilet, but you're sitting there playing your game, and finally you lose. All right, time to get off. All right, do the bugs, wipe the fluid. Hurry up and get out of here before I gotta piss again. And this is a non-stop thing, right? Like, anytime you run, jog, or bounce, even walk for that matter, to get a good exercise from that, having your heart rate slowly, increase to the range where you level off and you're bouncing and running at, the benefits for your cardiovascular system and your metabolism. It works good when you go up and you'll stay there for a while. But when you stop, and if you feel like crap and you stop for a couple minutes, you start bouncing again, stop for a couple minutes, start bouncing again. It's better just to like slow your bounce to a minimum, but keep going, because you want your system to get the benefits of it. All right, what the throat and mouth. And experts will say, whoa, stopping's fine. Well, I've done it all pretty much when it comes to exercise, and continually doing it's the best way of getting the actual benefits from it. So most of these experts are just reading bullshit off of a fucking shitty ass research experiment that's flawed to begin with. Because no research experiment's ever accurate at all, ever. Because even if they get 100 healthy people, how do they know they're healthy, right? People lie about shit on their, and And not to mention the lying, but even the person might not even know that something's wrong. They could be a hair away from having a heart attack or something, right? I mean, there's so many variables. So every research experiments, you know, they do for this and that and this and that, it's all flawed. Not to mention a lot of people drop out of the damn things or get disqualified in some fashion. So they go from having 100 healthy people to damn it. So like 38, like not knowing if they're healthy or not. It's all that crap is stupid. So the best thing you can do is do all the shit on your own to find out what's your body, your limits, you know, everything, how your body runs, how your body feels. All right, get to this stupid. All right. Okay, check the pressure on this pig. You want to read the accelerometer to get the benefits from that on the workout, but snug but loose enough to move the fluid under your watch band. Okay, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but whatever. Alright, indoor run usually has it set on top for me, but it's funny, once you get in a routine, it starts putting them on top. Like Friday indoor run usually is the first one that pops up, but if you if you do it over and over for a couple weeks, it'll all start like knowing your schedule and then like doing it. It's pretty neat. But if you alter it a little bit, then it fucks it all up. All right. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit of a snark there to get the. Okay, about 47, 48 seconds in. Okay. Okay, come on. No. Alright. Alright. Keeping around 120 beats. See, I'm at 67 beats now. Normally I'm at like 71 to like 80-ish. Now it's 71. Alright. Oh, crap. Alright. Alright. Fuck, here we go. Nice and slow, no higher than 120 beats. It's about fluid movement. It's not about weight loss at all. Man, you should see some of my past ones that I don't think I put on the internet, but I'm jumping like a psychopath on this thing. When I was feeling really good anyways, well, as good as I can feel. But you want a slow incline with your heart rate, and then you want to level off at a certain point. I run that for a good like 10-20 minutes. 10 to 30 minutes. Again, however long you do your stuff. Even a light bounce like this gets your fluid moving a lot. I'm not really talking about heart rate, I'm talking about your lymphatic system. That's what we're trying to move. All the other fluids in your body but your heart rate. Your heart rate just normally does what it does. 88 beats. Nice gradual incline to like 120. I hope I can at least get 20 minutes out of this today, minimum. Oh. I think you naturally want to bounce harder and harder and harder on there. You see I'm holding a lot more fluid in my right leg as well. Weight more than weight, a lot more than before, and I can tell because I'm getting all this, my legs more fatigued and kind of painful a little bit, well, more like pressure feeling, and like pain in my nodes up here, because the nodes are, like I said, like speed bumps for your lymphatic system. That slows the fluid up and down, so it's coming to a roadblock, so to speak. "94 beats. You can tell how much fluid my right leg's holding compared to my left. Not too much more in the thigh, but in the lower leg you can easily tell that. Well, you can tell it more. Watch here, look at the calf muscle. See how much fluid is? You can barely see the muscle definition in the right leg. And you'll know good pain from the bad pain, even though there is a discrepancy to a point to where you can't really tell. But if you pay attention to your body and all the feelings that go on with it, you can tell what's acceptable and what's not, for the most part. Like how I'm getting pain, and then not so much pain, but like pressure and like a dull pain in my nodes, because it's holding more fluid in my legs and it's trying to go up and down through the nodes quicker. There's like a traffic jam right here, and they're always, you can tell they're a little puffier than normal, the nodes, because of the lymphedema alone. Lymphedema causes your nodes to be more swollen than normal. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with them. Don't go running to the doctor right away and having them tear them out, or sucking and blowing them out, or whatever the hell they do. And anytime they do that, it causes more of a free flow of fluid, which you don't have that block then, not block, but narrowing point, so to speak, your speed bump, to slow the fluid up and down, which means if I had them removed, so to speak, and they basically have the fluid would free flow more, and this leg would be like 3 times the size. I've seen it in other people a lot. You know, I trust these morons, and they have all that shit tore out or cleaned out, whatever the hell they are having done to them. You wouldn't have to have them cleaned out if you kept them flushed out on your own by drinking the correct amount of water and no pop or any of that bullshit or alcohol to get toxins built up in your lymphatic system where it's really hard to clean out then. "97 beats, good." So, this is good. And even if I stick with the same pace, my heart rate will still increase at a slow rate. Because the longer you do an aerobic exercise at a certain pace or speed, your heart rate will just naturally increase. I don't know the whole physiological reason behind it, but I imagine it has something to do with, I don't know off the top of my head. All I know is it does, and it's natural. Even when you go for a walk at a certain speed, you set a speed on there, you'll start out at like, 80 beats, and you'll slowly increase to like 100 beats, 110 beats. Because your body gets all warmed up and fluids are going places where they don't normally go when you're sitting around. Heart rate's compensating for all the changes in your body is what's going on, I'm guessing. Yeah, I took anatomy in college, and I actually got a really good grade in there. One of the only ones that driver's ed. In shop class. 99 beats. I'm gonna try not to look at my watch so much anymore. Just bounce. Get myself wrapped around the axle with the whole where my body's at. This is a nice jump here. A lot of the pressure's breaking free in this leg. My body's compensating. Loosening its hold on the lymphatic system a little more. And again, one of the most important things you can do is drink water, a lot of water. That 8 to 10 ounce glasses of water a day is a, what do you call it? It's like the average, like the standard. You could drink a little more than that, depending on how much you sweat and how much the state of your body and everything, or you could drink a little less, but I would keep it around 8 to 10 ounce glasses of water a day. And again, A little more is fine if you're burning more energy and sweating a little more. Or even if you're just outside in summertime and you're sitting in a chair to get some sun and you're sweating, then you probably need another 8 ounces of water then. That standard setting is just for fucking, I'm guessing there's some math behind it on how much the average human body processes fluids all day long. So I use it as a standard, kind of like, what's that one thing? Oh hell, I can't remember. I always take like the standard and modify it to your own body. Except I drink just a little bit more water a day due to my stupid leg here. Oh. It's one of my favorite exercises because it really refreshes your body. You exchange a lot of toxins and fluids. Gets all your systems in your body working optimal. As optimal as they can anyways. Always modify everything you do. As you get in a routine, you start realizing what works and what doesn't. Feeling pretty good right now, knocking on wood. 1 mile. 1 down. That's roughly 15 to 20 through 2 or 3 minutes. Even though the lymphedema in my right leg doesn't go down too much, it still cycles of fluid throughout the thing. So it's not stagnant, toxic fluid. It's exchanged probably multiple times throughout the whole jump. So I'm still cycling the toxins and fluid throughout the leg. So doesn't just like fluid get cut off and stay there. It cycles, stays fatter than normal, but I can feel it moving, which is the creepy thing. So, anytime you get your heart rate up for a sustained amount of time, all your fluids get exchanged and processed. Toxins get pulled out, relocated, excreted when you're done. Next time I look at my watch, it'll be when I hit the 2 mile mark and see where I'm at. I'm kind of curious. I always look at it periodically, always. I never just like do my workout and look at it after, but I guess that would be a more good idea on how my body's running, because believe it or not, when you keep observing stuff, it changes. Like if you're sitting down and you've been sitting for a while, and without moving much, do a heart rate check. You'll see the previous heart rate check, which is, let's just say, 62 beats while you're sitting there. And then if you do another one without moving much, it'll be like 5 to 10 beats higher. Because what I can only conclude is because you're observing the damn thing and you're wanting a specific outcome. And then if you do, while you're sitting there without moving much, do 2 or 3 more checks, it falls right back down to the 62 mark again. Again, without moving much at all. Like sit in a position where you can just tap it. Because tapping your finger isn't going to pop it up 5 beats. But then oddly enough, like when you do a couple more checks, without moving your head even much, just looking, turning your eyes down to the screen, after a few more checks, it goes right back down to the baseline to 62 where you were at. So the more you're observing your workout, your exercise, your heart rate, the more observing the watch, I believe your brain is expecting something, mind over matter type of thing. It's like, kind of like with the anxiety thing. You know, if you feel like you're going to have a panic attack or, you know, you're getting revved up, if you keep checking your watch, your heart rate, I've correlated it many times, you will actually make your heart rate go up. But I've done it multiple times where I've checked it and it'd be right down low again. It's like your brain is tricking you, making it go up. So, a lot of times, less is more. Don't check it. Manage it first. And then when you're feeling good enough and not having that feeling anymore, then mess with it. I've correlated out many, many times where it's like your brain revs your body up. It's like you're expecting like you have your heart runs on an automatic system, but your brain can influence it big time. Almost like a subconscious thing. And then breath work and stuff can also alter it and modify it and tweak it up or down. See, a lot of the pain in this leg is gone now from the pressure because my fluid has been running at a nice pace, exchanging, pulling all the crap out. There's probably not much crap in there because I don't eat bad really, but I exercise constantly, so my fluids are always exchanged. It's only when you're basically a fat slob and sitting around eating everything bad where all that toxic fluid sits and then causes problems. Cancer for one. And then lymphatic system is attached to basically every other system in your body. So the lymphatic system is the system that usually metastasizes all that crap throughout the rest of your body. So it's a direct pathway to everything. So I'm about ready to jump off this bitch. Oh man, I'm tired. And this is fatiguing me some, for sure. Slow my pace a little bit here. Oh man. Always now listen to your body. What am I talking? Feel your body. How does your body feel? Oh, I gotta burp it. Oh, only partial. Oh man. Having this question mark body here, it's very hard to burp. Even if you're jumping up and down on something. I really want to check my damn watch. I've been counting songs and looking at the times of the songs to get an idea on where I might be at. Kind of adding the times up of the songs. Guess them if I were to guess them in like a 30 minute area. And that damn clock is too small on that screen. Need some other freaking magnifying glass to catch it. Even if you don't sweat a lot while you're doing something like this, your fluid is still exchanging itself and still doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm sweating a little bit, but I've never been much of a sweater. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I mean, like anybody, if I stand and walk around outside in 90-degree air with 70% humidity, I'm sure I'm going to sweat like anyone else, but I mean, physical exertion sweat. I know a lot of people that just like would be dripping right now, like just spraying water everywhere, like they're a fucking sprinkler in the air, or just getting the whole trampoline wet. And just with this slight jump I've been doing today, I feel some moisture on my forehead. My armpits are wet, and I can feel that warm, fluidy tissue feel on the rest of my skin, even though it's not like wet. I can feel its impact. And I really feel it down there, even though my forelegs don't sweat. The only thing that sweats below my knee is the bottom of my feet, which is weird. So when your lymphatic system's going kind of nuts with a lymphedema, I'm guessing that happens all around the body. Some women get lymphedema in their arms due to like breast cancer, plugging up your lymph nodes and your pits and stuff. If they would jump, break all that free, remove all those toxins, all that shit would go away. Like I said before, when running works, but running isn't as efficient as this. No, I didn't look at it. This, you're low impact pumping your fluid. Running, every time you take a step down, no matter how soft your soles are, you're still making an interference pattern in that nice smooth pump. So it's not oh man. Oh man. Trampoline is like swimming. You get a great lymphatic and cardiovascular benefit without any impact. Ah. 2 miles. Huh. Alright, let's see where I'm at when that thing clears. Here we go. 42 minutes, 49 seconds, 255 active calories, 109 beats, 2.01 miles. So I reached the 40-minute mark, reached the 2-mile mark. I'll go another like 5 minutes, see where I'm at with the active calories, but I'm not too much worried about the active calories because I've been losing a lot more fat weight lately, and I mean I'm already skin, bone, and a little muscle here, so I'm not too worried about my calorie burn. So I'll go a couple more minutes here and see. So 2 out of 3 is done. Oh man. So I basically ran my heart rate where I do my walk-ish, so which is fine. But I'm getting more of an exercise in the way of lymphatic fluid movement due to the pumping motion of the trampoline. Another reason why I'm going slower today, because I woke up with a massive headache, and it's just like I actually call it ankylosing spondylitis, because it's a headache that's caused by my neck pain due to my fusing in my neck, and that pain spiders over your head and causes a massive headache. It only goes away if the pain in the actual vertebrae go away, because that's what's causing the reach over pain. If I were to guess, it's equivalent to maybe a migraine, possibly even worse, because it's being caused by your nerves being fucked up in your neck and spine. The nerves that go out and through your head, and even goes everywhere, because all the nerves up here in your vertebrae spider around to your mouth and your everywhere on your head. So it's pretty fucked up. You can minimize it, and stuff like this does help, because it dumps endorphins in your head, or from your head, and relieves pain. But again, having a chronic pain issue never ever fully gets rid of pain. No matter what medication you're on, exercise, supplementation, diet, you can get rid of your pain a good 80 to 90% if everything lines up right. But it's 280 active calories, and I'm at 4630. At 47 I'll stop. Lower my beats here. Oh man. Yeah, a couple seconds here. So I did that. Alright. Now I'm going to do a 3 to 5 minute bounce like this. There's my cool down. So yeah, it's let me see where I'm at. Well, 287 active calories. Throat's burning. Not drinking anything. But I think it's good to actually not drink while you're doing this, because you get plenty of fluid in you, right? You get plenty of fluid to do a good hour's worth of freaking a jump or a run or something. As long as you replenish it the rest of the day. If you keep drinking water the rest of the day, you should have no problems. Get your electrolytes in, you know. But, you know, if you're one of those stupid dumb shits that drink energy drinks and pops and shit all day long. We'll go find a hole and jump in it. I mean, if you're not going to pay attention to your body, then what the hell are you doing here? And this world's gone off the rails. Yes, the companies are shitty for producing those products, but you know what? You have, well, somewhat of free will to choose to ingest that garbage or not. So, you know, if it were pumped into you with an IV, it'd be a different story, you know, and you're in a chain chair or something, but you're not. You have a choice to go buy that garbage. And I know it's you know, like I used to love McDonald's Cokes, you know, when I was younger. Oh man, McDonald's, they like got the syrup right, the amount of carbonation right, the amount of ice right. Man, that shit tasted good, but God, does it give you fucking cramps? And even if them could be cramps, it's still fucking your shit up down here. Don't let them fool you. Your shit is getting just eroded away down there. I'm guessing pop like dissolved your intestines. I mean, it can fucking clean chrome for crying out loud, right? So if I drank it now, I wouldn't have to brush my teeth. So, alright, just rolled 50 minutes here, and just rolled 300 active calories too. So 2 miles done, 40 minutes done, and 300 active calories done. So I'm done. Done. That was 3-minute cool down. My heart rate's at 92, 93 beats. That was a really good, very, very good jump today. Considering how fucking shitty I feel. But get my fluid moving, which fluid moving also helps getting toxins out. And toxins, which I mean are like any medicine you take too, because when you take any type of medicine, cause I take that fucking rat poison, that warfarin shit, and blood thinner. When you sit around and you're a slobby pig, you know, and you're taking medicine, that shit gets like embedded into like cells that don't get actively cycled. Right, fat cells, and you know fat rots in you too, right? If you're really big and fat and shit, and you sit around like a lot, fat can actually rot in you because you're not getting the blood flow and the fluid cycling in that area. So yeah, you got rotten shit inside you. Imagine getting that shit cut out. But anyways, that medicine will actually embed itself in every square inch of you, whether you got fluid movement or not in that area, and it just stays there. It soaks in there. Exercise ring closed. So you got to move your fluid. You got to cycle that medication out of you as well. Like, it stays in you, obviously, because you know I'm on a warfarin dose, and it stays in me to keep, you know, what it's doing to do, but it cycles it and keeps it out of the areas where it's stagnant, which obviously, you see, I don't have much stagnicity inside me, so right? I got fluid movement everywhere. So, you know, even like, you know, even my legs, where we got lymphedema in my legs, it's still, you know, it doesn't look like it because it stays fatter, but the fluid is still cycling. Alright, I'm gonna get you here, and then let's hang your ass up and I can go do my stuff. Right, here's my jump. It's a 53 minutes. I ended at 50, literally right on, after my 3-minute cooldown. So I ended at 47, and then totally stopped at 50. That's 308 active calories, 2.36 miles. That's a great trampoline leg and lymphatic day on Friday. 309 active calories. That was a good jump. Even though I didn't jump to 130, 140 like I normally did in the past, I still got my good workout in. I still cycled my fluid. And even with how fucking absolute shitty I feel, and my head feels actually at least to go 30-40% better than it did before I jumped on the trampoline. Still hurts, right? Again, chronic pain never goes away, ever, 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 ever. If you freaking people out there think you can deaden that pain with medications and this and that, diet and all this, you really perfect your shit, you know, get the highest dose of fucking garbage medicine you got. It won't. And it will never do it until they cure you, right? You will never be without pain, period. I have tried. I have scoured the planet to figure shit out, and you can't. It's impossible. Literally impossible, right? The best pain you can get rid of is when you got a little blick or bloom or blop or something, like a little itty-bitty minor headache, or you know, ooh, my shoulder twinged a little bit, you know, and they take a couple Ibu or something, you know, and it gets rid of the pain. That's the only time your pain actually goes away. And in fact, the pain really doesn't go away, in my opinion. I just think the damn medicine masks it. The inflammation's still there, even though ibuprofen's an anti-inflammatory. It does more damage than good. So pain's always there, right? Learn to live with it. You got to learn to live with the acceptable amount of pain. That's why I do what I do, to minimize as much pain as I possibly can, and then I can live with sometimes well, a lot of times it's really fucking hard, and you got to learn to. It's, you know, until we vaporize the medical industry and get cures going, we're fucked. Other than that, I will leave you on that note. It's like spidering through here, and it's just, So, acceptable. Barely. Anyways, everyone have I mixed two words up. Everyone have a magnificent Friday. Never said that one before, huh? Wow.